heard this madness of this private housing area off, just nearby of UC Berkeley, where they're not allowing white people to be in any of the common areas, and if you're going to bring one over as a guest, you have to post that their presence is going to be there in some sort of like public chat for the entire housing area.
Um, no, I didn't hear about that. But what's the problem with that? It sounds fine to me.
It's ridiculous. They want to avoid all of they call them people of color in their people of color theme house from being in the presence of white people and white violence and white oppression and whatever. It's so ridiculous.
I feel like our ideas are just getting stretched to their limit right now and tested. So why I said I'm not too sure about it. I'm on the fence with, is this a private thing or is it being paid for with public taxpayer dollars first? And second, or most importantly, I would say, we do have safe houses and domestic violence houses where a woman can go and then they wouldn't want men to be in there because that's their safe space. So if we're going to give a safe space to women, then we have to give a safe space to, or it shouldn't come as any surprise now that we're making safe spaces for other marginalized groups, for example. It shouldn't come as a surprise whether you like it or not.
No, that's the thing. We shouldn't have those safe spaces or women only clubs or anything or women's houses for them either, because in the current environment nobody wants anybody to have any control over private property or private companies or even their own private body, because they don't want you to be able to choose what vaccines go into your body. They don't want you to be able to choose what kind of people you hire, and they don't want you to choose how you use your own personal property like buildings or acreage or whatever. So in that environment, no, you can't exclude an entire race from the property. And the whole thing of you asking whether it's private or public, or it's a private facility. However, it's involved with education, so that they're getting financing from somewhere other than just directly from their customers. They're probably getting some sort of subsidy from the government, maybe in the way of taxes. They're probably getting something from college programs, scholarships, whatever. They're getting something other than just straight out of the pockets from the people of color that live there that want to ostracize white people because of their white presence and violence just because they're standing 6 feet away from them.
Well, you see, here's the problem I have with that. Because while I want to say you have some righteousness or some righteous indignation with that, truth is it's not, the only thing you don't like is because, or people don't like. I'm not going to put that on you. The thing that people don't like is because it's just now white people being excluded. Because no hard feelings. But if I look on the country club, if you're not rich enough, you can't get into the country club. They don't want your poor criminal self coming into their communities where you can't pay a social fee to get into it. We exclude people from things in society all the time. All the time. There is no part of society that is fully inclusive, and we've accepted that. We've
That is
accepted it everywhere. So if I can't go and play on your golf course unless I make $100,000 a year and I'm willing to pay $12,000 to you, since money is what's excluding me from there, whiteness is what's excluding you from there, uh being men is what excludes us from a safe space. I mean, we're
listen,
just now extending it as far as we can, and that's what I
listen.
meant when I said we're stretching it to its limits.
Don't you dare assume my gender, and don't you even dare assume my race. But aside from that, everything you said is false. Our society right now is 1000% inclusive. Don't
I,
even try
apo-
to figure out the math.
I apologize. I apologize for my existence. Continue.
And then, what these places that you were saying, like the country club and the golf course or whatever. No, you can totally go there regardless of your income level or race or creed or gender philia or whatever you got going on, you can go there because they'll either bring you in as a guest or they'll have some sort of competition there that everybody is invited to if you play that sport, or they'll offer a discount program for people who can't afford it. Or I've been able to get into every single club despite the fact that I'm broke. And yes, I am full in support of property rights and control of your own body and your own company and whatever. So in an ideal situation, yes, you can do whatever you want on your own property that doesn't directly affect someone else. Like if you want to build a nuclear weapon, go ahead, as long as you can contain the radiation and it's not affecting your neighbor's property. If you want to hire only black people for your company because it's some sort of like vibe that you're trying to set, and so you want it to resemble like something from like an African safari. So you want everybody there to be part of whatever village normally hosts the safaris, and you're going to have the mounted heads of all the animals that were hunted and whatever. Okay, fine, go ahead. You can have your own little style, and vice versa. And if you don't want to, if you want to choose what goes into your body and you don't want to take a vaccine, okay, by all means. But we don't have that society. We threw away the Bill of Rights a long time ago. Nobody wants this. Nobody even cares about privacy. People put cameras in their bedrooms and in their bathrooms and in their kitchens. They want to show you them cooking and coitusing and pooping, and there's no limit to what people want to show you, and there's also no limit to what people want to control about other people. So in this new environment of ultra mega inclusivity, where you cannot have any control over your body, your company, or your property, then absolutely not. You cannot discriminate against white guests in common areas.